Hi. I'm depressed, so I'm gonna build some bookshelves. So yeah, a lot's happened in the last month that I haven't been posting. So sorry that I just disappeared again. Yeah, to give you just a little quick idea of everything that's happened. I don't have a job anymore. That's fun. I'm going back to school. We had 2 funerals for my family last week. I'm currently on my 3rd cold sore outbreak. And I also haven't been reading. So we're gonna try and like force myself out of depression in this video by building some shelves. Yeah, my current setup is not great. It's not really meant for all the books that I have. I ran out of room and just kind of started stacking books on the side of my TV stand. And I have a little plant table thing that has books on it. And that table is directly in the sunlight. So here, let me show you what I mean. So this is what a normal book looks like, right? This is one of the books that was just in the sun all the time. I don't know how well it's gonna translate on camera, but that is like bright yellow. And every day I would look at that plant table and be like, I should really move those books because I don't want those pages to be super yellow. But guess what I didn't do? Time to fix that. So I have 2 shelves in the hallway that I'm gonna build. I just got the basic IKEA Billy bookshelves. One bookshelf is gonna go on one side of my TV stand, and then I'm gonna have to push that TV stand over and put another on that side. Before I build those shelves, I think I should just take all the books off of it now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna show myself doing that because I want to turn my fan on because it's like 80,000 degrees in my room. I'll check back in once all the books are off. Hi. So it's hours later and the shelves have been built. I was gonna film myself building the shelves, but then it got way too hot in my room, so I needed the fan on, and then that messed with the audio, and then there wasn't a whole lot of space in my room for me to build them. And then my family came over, and I took a break for that, so here we are. The shelves are built. I have a very vague idea of what I want to put on each shelf. I guess we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna start with that shelf, I think. My basic idea is I'm gonna have my Harry Potter books on the top shelf, then like my series that aren't gonna take up a whole shelf, so like Percy Jackson and like the Hunger Games, and then just the rest of my fantasy books, then my Stephen King books on the next shelf, then my horror books, and then like my thriller or mystery kind of books. That might not work out, so we're gonna see. Also, I've seen this thing on like TikTok. Why am I missing a book? Oh, okay. But yeah, I've seen this thing on TikTok where like if you push your books all the way to the back of the shelf, then they like the pages can't get air and they're gonna grow mold. So I'm like terrified of that now, which is great. Okay. Building these shelves was like low-key really fun. They're the IKEA like Billy bookshelves. They're just the basic ones that I feel like everyone has. But so if you've ever built IKEA furniture, you know that they don't give you like instructions really. Like they do, but they're like picture instructions, and they like low-key remind me of like Lego instructions. And I love Lego, so it made me very happy to build these shelves. But yeah, I built them all by myself and I'm very proud of myself. I forgot I had the Maze Runner. Okay, so that's also gonna go on the shelf. Hunger Games. Okay. I feel like also, in trying to force myself out of depression, I deep cleaned my entire room yesterday. And so, for some backstory, my sister and I, at our old house, one day was like, I went downstairs to get apple juice and I brought 2 of them up, and then I decided I didn't want one of them. So I tried to give it to my sister, and she didn't want it. So it started off as us just throwing this apple juice at each other back and forth. But then it slowly got more and more intense, so we started hiding the apple juice in each other's rooms. And we moved houses, so like it followed us between houses. But yeah, she hid it in my room one day. Then for like 2 years we could not find this apple juice. And like every once in a while we'd remember that we hid it, and we'd be like, whatever happened to that apple juice? Like, who hid it last? And like neither of us could remember. And then yesterday, while I was cleaning out my closet, I found the apple juice. It was like, so I used to be a competitive dancer, and I just have like a bunch of dance stuff, like old dance stuff, just like on a shelf in my closet. And I picked up one of the shoes and I was like, this is really heavy. And I looked inside and it's just the apple juice. The apple juice was just in there. So yeah, it's like really old. It expired in 2019. Yeah, so now I have to find a hiding spot that is going to take my sister at least 2 years to find, because that's how long it took me to find her hiding spot. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. It has to be really good. I don't know how I want to do this. How do I want to... So I've seen there's like 2 ways to stack books, like horizontal. There's like this way, where it's the first book is on bottom, but the way that I like to do it puts the first book at the top. And I've seen people arguing about which way is right, so I don't know, but what do you guys do? Let me know. Also, it bothers me that my cover of The Maze Runner does not match any of my other covers for the series, but like I'm like emotionally attached to this one because this is the one that I read it in first, and I loved the Maze Runner series as a kid. So like I don't want to get rid of it because like it has sentimental value to me, but like at the same time it doesn't match my other ones. So I don't know what to do. How do I want to display this? Does that look stupid? I feel like that looks stupid. I don't know. I'll come back to that. And I know you like can't really see anything right now, so don't worry, I will take you in depth at the end. I kind of wanted to just like talk to you guys, you know? So there are books everywhere. What was my plan again? Okay, other fantasy books. So the way I organize my books, I try to keep genres together, I try to keep authors together, but like, other than that, I really just go solely based on vibe. So that's what we have to work with. Okay, those are fantasy. These are fantasy. And then like, do I have a special edition shelf? Or do I like keep the special editions with their book? Like this, the special edition shelf, why is that leaning so far? Wait, that's scary. Why is that leaning that far forward? Okay, I mean, it seems sturdy. Oh, I had my dad come look at that. That's scary. Those go there. What else is fantasy? That's fantasy. These will go on that shelf. Okay, I think this is fantasy. I found this book. I have no idea if it's good or not, but it was really pretty and it has like sprayed edges. I found this book at BJ's, which is like kind of like a Costco. Yeah, I found this book and I thought it was really pretty and I picked it up, and it's like a Mulan retelling, and that got me excited, so I bought it. Should I go with my special editions? We'll put it on the fantasy shelf for now. I have more fantasy books than I thought I did. Is this fantasy? What is this? What if I put a book on this shelf and it's not fantasy and then people yell at me? I don't want to be yelled at. We're gonna put it with fantasy. Shut up. This one, I don't think this one's fantasy. I think this one's more like literary fiction, but it's also gonna go on the shelf because I don't know where else it's gonna go. These, I think this one's fantasy. I think this one's like sci-fi fantasy. Please don't yell at me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. How do I want to do this? I have way more fantasy books than I thought I did. Is this one fantasy? What are you? Okay, I also do have like a bunch of Sarah J Maas books, but those are gonna be their own shelf. Oh. I just had a heart attack. Okay. These are special editions. Well, they're not really special editions. I have the Mina Lima Harry Potter books. And they're not technically special editions, but like, they were with my special edition books last time. So I think I'm just gonna keep them there. They're really pretty. Not me stressing myself out. Like, there's no stakes. It's just bookshelves in my room. What am I doing? Not me talking to my books. Okay, how did this get so mixed up? What am I doing? Should I have 2 fantasy shelves? I don't know. I feel like these don't fit the vibe of the rest of the shelf though. Okay, these will go on this shelf with these. We're changing things up. Okay, then I can put something on top of there. Okay, I'm starting to not be happy with how this is going. I have 1 dark romance book. I think I'm just gonna put it with these. This shelf is all over the place. Okay, I hate that, but we're gonna move on. Because the longer I look at that, the more I'm just gonna hate myself. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm thinking I might move this shelf down, then put my Shatter Me books on this shelf, and then just put like classics on the bottom, because this is kind of like in the corner of my room. I feel like this bottom shelf is like not gonna be one that I reach for often, so I'm gonna put like classics and then like books I had to read for school down here. So yeah, that's my plan so far. Okay. How much do I hate that? I mean, the spacing is a little weird, but I do not hate that as much as I hated the other shelf. So then let me go get my classics. Hamlet, why? Okay, what do I even have? Oh my god, did anyone else have to read Rating for Godot? My god. One of my least favorite books on this planet. Also, No Exit. Did anyone else have to read that? Like, do English teachers just like try to torture their students? Because like these were awful. And I know I just said all that and I'm gonna put these on the shelf. Yeah, I am. I don't want to hear anything about it. The shelf is gonna look awful, but it's fine. I don't want to get any comments about how bad this one looks. I know. That shelf looks really sad. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. Let's move on. Okay, but now that I had to change the plan for that shelf, this shelf is gonna be kind of weird, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay. Oh god, this one's gonna be a weird one. Because I'm gonna have like Alice Oseman, Sarah J Maas, and then like Stephen King. The vibes are off. The vibes are off. Please don't fall, please don't fall. One thing I'm worried about with these shelves is that like, I know I'm not gonna fill them up. So I'm scared that that's gonna like encourage me to buy more books. I really don't need that right now. That's a big gap. But it's fine, Jessie, it's fine. That's fine, okay. Moving on. This one's gonna be the first Sarah J Maas shelf. Not me losing my mind. I was looking right at these books and I was like, where did the rest of them go? They're right in front of you. Girl, just open your eyes for 2 seconds. How do I want to do this? I only have the last 3 books of the ACOTAR series right now because my friend has the first 2. But for those of you who haven't watched my video, I hate this series. So I don't know what to do with it because my Sarah J Maas shelf is full. I could put it on the sad bottom shelf with the classics. I don't know. I guess. But I don't want to like soil the Heartstopper shelf though because I love Heartstopper. I don't want to ruin it with this tragedy. I'll put it to the side for a second. And do I hate the ACOTAR series when I have the collector's edition? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't want to hear anything about it. I could move this down. Okay, I think this one's gonna be my Stephen King shelf. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? Which, like, I hate the series, but, like, I kind of want to keep the books because I feel like I can't just own Sarah J Maas's other series and not have ACOTAR. Do I want to have 2 Sarah J Maas shelves? Not the shelf wobbling. It's, like, not bolted into the wall. Don't mind that. Do that. That might be what I do. Okay, I don't mind that, except this awful series is in the middle. Okay. That's less terrible. We're gonna go with it for now. Okay, Stephen King shelf. I still think the vibes are off. It, like, hurts to open my mouth. I briefly mentioned how I have cold sores earlier in this video. That's been a thing for me since I've been a kid. Like, I've always gotten cold sores. But like, when I was a kid and I'd get cold sores, they'd be like, oh, I got one on my bottom lip. But, like, recently, whenever I've been getting them, and this started kind of, like, towards the end of high school, I'd get, like, 72 of them, like, right on the inner part of my lip. And they're not, like, inside my mouth, they're, like, just on the brink of being outside. And this is the 3rd time. I had one outbreak, and then I'm on medication for them, so I took that, and they cleared up. But then, like, the day after my medication was over, they came back. So I refilled that prescription, and I called my doctor, and I was like, hey, I took that medicine you gave me, but, like, they came back the day after, so, like, what should I do about that? And they were like, take the refilled prescription, and then we will give you a new prescription, just take daily. It'll be, like, a preventative thing. And so, like, a couple days after the other prescription ran out, which was, like, yesterday, I have them again. And, like, I can always tell when they're gonna happen because, like, the inside, the corners of my mouth will, like, crack and they'll, like, bleed and they'll be super painful. So I knew it was coming, but I was like, you're joking. Like, this can't, like, you're lying to me. But yeah, so now I have my 3rd cold sore outbreak in a row. And my mouth hurts so bad. Okay, that stuff is done. We're almost done. Oh, there's a whole other stack over here. I feel like this one should go down here. But it fits the vibe of these ones better. Okay. I know I talked about this earlier, but, like, I had a lot of fun building these shelves because, like, the directions remind me of Lego. I said that already, but, like, I'm weird. So, like, I like following directions. So, like, that's why I like Lego so much, like, because you follow the directions and then you get a fun little house or something to have afterwards. Like, I like following directions. I think following directions like that is fun. So, like, building these shelves for me was, like, a really good time. Am I alone in that? Is that weird? I know it's weird, but, like, please tell me I'm not alone. Stop falling. I don't love that, but I don't hate that either. Let's work on this last shelf. You know what? I might move this down. No, I'm not going to. Never mind. No, you'll go down here. Maybe you'll go down here. Maybe. It got kind of weird at the end, but I think we did it. Another day, different Disney shirt. I am a Disney adult, guys. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way, but I am, in fact, a Disney adult. Don't mind the cold sore stuff going on in my mouth right now. I have, like, 3 different types of medicine on it because they're getting worse and the pain is borderline unbearable. So just deal with it. It'll be fine. It's a few days later. I kind of wanted to look at the bookshelf setup and just kind of add my little knickknacks and stuff to it before I gave you guys the final look. But I think I'm finally at a point where I'm happy with it, so I'm gonna show you guys what I ended up with. Okay, here's kind of like an overview of like what the whole thing is looking like, but I guess I'll start on this shelf. So first up, we have Squishmallows all the way at the top. I have a lot of them, so kind of needed places to store it. Yeah, okay, so that rubber duck is actually from like my high school color guard team. I don't remember the context of why I got him. I just remember that he became kind of like a mascot for us towards the end, like my senior year. I still have him. Then this is my Alice Oseman shelf with another Squishmallow on the side. Kind of self-explanatory. All the Heartstopper books are here. I have paperback and hardcover copies of all the rest of her books. And then I got this like this cover of Heartstopper, which I actually low-key think is really ugly. So that one's just on the end. Then next is my first Sarah J Maas shelf. I really love the Crescent City covers, so I kind of wanted to keep those like facing out so that I could see them. But then I just have my Throne of Glass, and then if we go down one more shelf, I have the collector's edition of Throne of Glass, the first book. You can just get it from Barnes & Noble. And then I also have the collector's edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Then I have the last 3 books in the ACOTAR series. My friend has the other 2 right now. That's the third shelf. Then if we go down, I'm actually really disappointed in myself that I didn't have enough Stephen King books to fill up this whole shelf. Then I just have a little Lego Haunted Mansion, and then all of my Stephen King books. This stack and this one are from the library. My grandma gets me books from her local library. They do this thing every once in a while where they sell books like for $1 a bag, so she'll just bring me home a bunch of library books. This book, Salem's Lot, my favorite book ever. Love her. Then if we go down, I just have my little Plague Doctor plush, and then I have the Truly Devious series, the Inheritance games, and then a mix of a bunch of horror, thriller, and mystery books to the side. Then for the last shelf on this side, I have another Plague Doctor plush, but he has like a raincoat. And then I crocheted this like a long time ago when I was first learning to crochet, so I have those just kind of sitting up top. Then I have the One of Us is Lying series. Yeah, then the rest of the shelf is just kind of like random horror, thriller, mystery books that didn't fit on this shelf. So they're just down here. These 2 are actually also library books. So yeah, that's the first shelf done. This middle thing's mainly just a TV stand, but I have like an essential oil diffuser. I really don't use it as a diffuser. I mostly just use it as a light, to be honest. And then I just have a little candle. The shelf has a lot of my special edition books. It's not all of them, because some of them are just kind of like thrown into their spot on the shelf, but these are all my special editions of Heartstopper, and I have one of Solitaire, and then my Mina Lima Harry Potters, and then Fourth Wing. Okay, then this shelf also has Squishmallows on top. Then my Harry Potter shelf. This one has like the most little knickknacks on it. Then I have more like childhood series that I read. Like I have The Maze Runner, Hunger Games, Percy Jackson, and then this one is another collector's edition that I got. And I wanted to like display the sprayed edges. And then I just have a little mushroom jar full of crystals. And if we go down, these are more fantasies. I have my little Disney Castle Lego set, and then a little alligator that I got also through Color Guard. These are most of my fantasies, and then towards the end we get to like I think this one is a standalone. I think this one's a standalone. I know this one has a second book, but I just don't have it yet, so it's over here. Then if we go down, I have like, this is like the weirdest shelf, I think. It doesn't really go together, but I have more gnome things. I love little gnomes. They're so cute. And my grandma feeds into my addiction and buys me more. So over here is like, this part's weird. It's like, I think this one's literary fiction. These are fantasies, I think. And then this one might be sci-fi. I put the sprayed edges out. I'm not sure if I'll keep it that way, but that's just kind of how it is for now, because the sprayed edges I think are really cute. And then I just have like fantasy books that I only have the first book in the series for, and then I have Shatter Me. So this is like the weirdest vibe shelf. I don't know, it's in the corner of my room, so I think it'll be fine. Then this is my really sad romance shelf. These are all my romance books, and then these, I didn't know where to put those, because like they're kind of like dark romance, kind of, and then like I didn't know what to do with Twilight, so I don't know. I put my little Fulton Reed here because Icebreaker I felt like he fit, I don't know. Then I have some Disney stuffed animals. I felt like they kind of fit because like the Disney, I don't know. I don't know, but they're there. And then since I have this Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, I put my Nightmare Before Christmas Squishmallows down here. And then this bottom shelf is just kind of like classics and like books I had to read for school. And that is all of my bookshelf. These last couple weeks have been kind of rough for me, so I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading, but yeah, I really want to try to like make this a more consistent thing. So I guess we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.